and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll set up to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Eric Ebron, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
By 20! By 20!
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big third down play there for the Niners. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Now McKinnon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Working from the gun, Garoppolo, flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
They'll try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11.
On first down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it First to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Doxson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now it's Hines. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop?
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try to take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Over!
They run with Hines. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Able to slither by. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Set! 3-19!
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 8. But it also lead to a fourth down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is Breida. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road.